Nobody said making a film is supposed to be easy. Actors and directors sacrifice a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to deliver their projects to the big screen. Even when things are carefully planned out, accidents, or even something worse, can still happen. It may not look it, but movie making can be a dangerous line of work. And there are plenty of people who are aware that being a film star isn't all glitz and glamour. Here are 10 times things went horribly wrong on movie sets. The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. At the start of the second Lord of the Rings film, Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli are saddened when they believe Merry and Pippin have been killed by the orcs. Standing near a burning pile of carcasses, Aragorn kicks a helmet across the grass and lets out a cry of agony. Director Peter Jackson was impressed by Viggo Mortensen's level of anguish for fictional characters, but the actor's performance in the take was partially because he fractured his toe during the scene. Mortensen was frequently injured in Middle-earth, even losing a tooth in one stunt. That only endears him to fans even more. Twilight. Robert Pattinson's time as Edward Cullen could not have gotten off to a worse start if he tried. In the very first take he shot for the first Twilight film, the actor had to lift his co-star Kristen Stewart. Of the injury he received while filming, Pattinson was quite frank, saying, "I lifted Kristen, ripped my ass cheek, and had to get a bum massage." It's one of those things that you can laugh about in retrospect, but at the time, it was certainly not a funny matter. Fortunately, Pattinson didn't let the poor experience deter him, and worked with Stuart on all 4 films, earning millions of admirers along the way. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. Few jobs in Hollywood are as dangerous as stuntmen. No matter how many precautions they take, things can still go wrong. While practicing for a broomstick sequence for the first Deathly Hallows film, Daniel Radcliffe's double, David Holmes, suffered a serious injury when an explosion knocked him off the broomstick and onto the ground. He lost feeling in his legs and had to be rushed to the hospital. Radcliffe felt awful about the incident, and in the years since, has made sure to highlight Holmes' contributions to the franchise and the friendship the two still have. Die Hard. Action movies are known for loud, explosive set pieces, and that can make things hard on the ears while filming. During production on the original Die Hard, Bruce Willis shot a multitude of guns that had extra loud blanks in them for maximum effect. Unfortunately for the actor, he did some serious damage to his senses and lost 2/3 of his hearing in one ear. Even with that, Willis still loves playing the character and has returned for all of the Die Hard sequels. Let's hope he brought earplugs for the follow-ups so this didn't happen again. Quantum of Solace. Being James Bond involved getting through one death-defying day after another, and Daniel Craig has seen the brunt of this during his time as 007. While filming Quantum of Solace, the actor suffered a gruesome injury when one of his fingertips was sliced off during an action sequence. As you'd expect, there was a lot of blood loss, and Craig had to be taken to the hospital for emergency treatment. Fortunately, it wasn't too severe, and Craig was reportedly back on set later that day to resume production. With all the actor's been through playing Bond, it's no wonder he might be ready to step down. Top Gun. Tragedy can strike on film sets, and one such incident happened during principal photography on the 1980s action film Top Gun. The movie is known for its daring fighter jet sequences, and hired professional air stuntman Art Scholl to handle the in-flight camera work. Scholl was one of the best in the industry, having performed similar tasks for commercials, television shows, and other films. On Top Gun, Scholl did the flat spin move and was unable to return his plane to normal position. He crashed into the Pacific Ocean, saying, "I have a problem. I have a real problem." Neither Scholl nor the plane were ever recovered. Goodfellas. Violence is a hallmark of Martin Scorsese's filmography, and sometimes that goes beyond what was in the script. One scene in Goodfellas depicts Tommy shooting bartender Spider to death after Spider offends him. The actor playing Spider, Michael Imperioli, broke his hand on some glass while filming and had to be taken to the emergency room. While at the hospital, doctors noticed a chest wound on Imperioli and tried to treat it, before the actor explained the entire situation. Imperioli was then forced to wait 3 hours before he was seen again. The crew had a good laugh about it after the fact, and Scorsese even shared the story on The Tonight Show. Syriana. This film is living proof that even dramas can cause serious harm. While filming a stunt for Syriana, George Clooney suffered a spinal injury that left him stuck in bed for a month. He also endured several migraines during his recovery. He couldn't do publicity for the upcoming Ocean's 12. The actor said things got so bad at one point, he considered taking his own life. Surgery was eventually required to repair the damage, and Clooney has been fine ever since. He even took home an Oscar for his role in Syriana, so in a way, it was all worth it in the end. Rocky IV. Sylvester Stallone loves doing his own stunts, but he may have taken things a bit too far for this Rocky sequel. While filming the Italian Stallion's big fight with Drago, Stallone and Dolph Lundgren punched each other for real. One hit from Sly's co-star did a considerable amount of damage. Stallone felt a burning in his chest, which was caused by his heart slamming against his breastbone and swelling up, cutting off his blood supply and limiting his oxygen intake. The actor had to remain in intensive care for several days at a hospital in Santa Monica. Rocky's taken some beatings in his time, but nothing can really compare to what Stallone has gone through. Star Wars: The Force Awakens. A big selling point of Episode 7 was the return of original trilogy stars like Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, and Harrison Ford. Of the three, Ford had the meatiest role, which meant he was involved with some of the more physical aspects. During filming, he now famously suffered a broken leg when the door of the Millennium Falcon came crashing down on him. Director J.J. Abrams attempted to lift it, and broke his back, something he wouldn't reveal publicly until months later. Filming was delayed, giving Abrams more time to iron out the script, which paid off in spades. Those are just some of the instances of when things went horribly wrong on movie sets. Which ones did we miss? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to subscribe to our channel for more fun videos.